Okay. Yo, what's up, Oliver? How you doing out there? Oh man, back at the grind. Did you I don't know, you do anything for Mother's Day? We piled into my sister's house and we ordered from a restaurant and ate there. Ate at my sister's house. And it was a good time. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Did my plot reset earlier? I don't know. I don't, I made plat. I don't know where I finished. Don't really care. Hey, unless you're in the top 10, it doesn't really matter. Just finish. Kind of forgot what I was doing. I got you. Well, hey, a phone call, I'm sure it can go a long ways. Okay. Done anything cool? Hey, I do got a key. So I gotta use these things up. Otherwise, it'll just expire. Oh. I already have one. Jeez. Okay. Well, yeah, we did the Mother's Day thing. We had got some takeout, and my sister put together some desserts, and um, we socialized for a bit, and that kind of thing. And we eventually left, and well, I can say I started watching the Knicks game, the Knicks and the 76ers, and then I quickly, quick, quickly lost interest in that nonsense. It's like, holy smokes. I don't know. I think they ended up losing by like 30 or something. It was just oof, rough, rough stuff. Yeah, I like I don't know. I generally like a good competitive game. Blowout is a blowout. Blowouts aren't too interesting. So yeah, I watched a good bit of it until it just came out to be like straight out butt kicking. It was rough. I think it was only for it was. I think it might have been close in the first, maybe in the first quarter, and then right after that, it just became a beating. And then I was like, well, then I think I'm gonna see myself out. So yeah, that was that. That was that. Hmm. Say, what's it going on here? Mm, all right, let's start a live arena. Do one real quick. Because the San Antonio and Minnesota game's been competitive. Their series has been good. Most of the games have been relatively close. So that's been good. Lakers, they aren't obviously doing anything. They're down 0-3. Cavs at least got on the win board yesterday. But yeah, so far, these NBA playoffs just none of the games have been too good. Hey, dude, can you pick up guy? Can you pick your team already? Pick your dude. Let's go. Pick your dude. Let's go. Um, yeah, he's running the clock every turn. That's cool. That's cool. Nothing like wasting everyone's time. Sure. Like I said, I don't feel like the game should ever pick champions for you. If you don't pick a champ, you don't get a champ. You don't take a turn, you don't get a turn. I just a little baffled that. Yeah, we're gonna take a turn for you automatically. You could just AFK through it and just make the other team deal with it. Wait, why? Oh, because we like wasting people's time. Huh? Is that how that works? Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. All right, man. Come on. Let's go. Yo, come on, man. Ugh. This is what I mean. This is why there needs to be like, um, hmm, I was thinking more like, depending who he brings in, I might let him keep our mountains. Otherwise, he's a good, he's in nine piece in the Mercurial set, so it's more like I'll see what kind of like who he brings. May or may not need him, but I'm thinking, we'll see what he brings in. If he actually picks a champion. Oh my gosh, he does pick a champion. He does. They do exist. Wow, how about that? Uh, finally. Finally. It only took him, the entire match. Like I said, I'm thinking more like just the idea of like, in case he happens to be super fast, and at least I got a team mostly protected. Most, so I don't have to deal with Armand's the cheese. But yeah, he's AFK the entire thing. I mean, it's just this is the problem with Live Arena. It's like, dude, I don't like doing Live Arena any more than I gotta do. So just pick a champ and let's move on, dude. The entire thing, AFK. You know. I guess the real question is the match going to be as long as the player pick or what? You know. So he's quite fast. Oh my gosh! Come on, man. Oh my gosh. AFK the entire thing. Well, I get it. Maybe like he saw the tag, maybe he saw my player power. I don't know. But then he's just, I'm just gonna walk away. I don't have to stand a chance. But that's not the point. It's just, look, none of us want to do live arena any more than we gotta do. So it's just, come on, man. But yeah, AFK the entire time hasn't done anything. Every turn, the game's taking the turns for him. Oh, come on, dude. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It's a wow. Wow. Thanks, dude. Thanks for wasting 5 minutes of my life. I appreciate that. That'd be 5 minutes of my life I can't get back. Like I said, I get it. You didn't stand a chance. Well, which were you better off doing? Stalling? Going AFK? Like, if anything, out of spite, copy, paste his name, put it out and blast it on the public to be like, here's a guy that wastes everyone's time. He goes AFK. He's not playing. Ban him. Give him a temporary ban. Do something. Penalize these AFKers. Wouldn't it be too much? If there was a real penalty. Hey, how would we do that? And we gotten anything good out of the daily draw nonsense? Wow. Amazing. What I always wanted. What I always wanted. I don't know what I'll do without battles. One of my clanmates did get like, a speed glyph. So I guess they exist. I guess they do. No, nice had that. Do mm, just you know just killed the fun for the game where you just AFK the entire thing. It's like no, come on, man. I get it. Maybe you didn't stand a chance. It happens. You can't win every battle, so no real reason to grieve. Well, I didn't stand a chance in the battles, so I wasted guys' time out of spite. Oh, that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, you know, your Doom Tower reset and then Grim City reset. Of course, this Doom Tower is the best reset. Lethal Gear is back up for grabs. So, yay. Lethal Gear. Maybe get some good stuff. Maybe. Maybe if luck is on our side. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll face against an opponent who actually will be in front of his keyboard. Maybe. Maybe with some luck, we'll get someone who's going to be in front of the keyboard. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, see what he's doing. Like, are you asking like as a general tip, or what team do I use? Ooh, Harvest Jack. Wow. Well, I still think. I don't know. Still use my usual team. I want to say Marius is in the team, and he clears the first two waves just doing A1. And then Allure, I think, is in the team for the turn meter control. And Lady Mikaji, I think, is on the team. I don't know. I think it usually does it in 11 turns. I think. Sounds about right. 11 turns, give or take. Interesting pick. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. Gosh, my Savage sucks. My Savage sets are garbage. But I definitely take advantage of all the lethal. Did, would you give me that? Give me those buffs. Uh oh. Uh oh. I think this guy's screwed. Hey, now what? No, 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 no. Don't stall me. About to say, don't you dare do it. All right, get out. All right, get out. Get out of here. Some of us got things to do, and ain't sit here doing live arena. Ain't ain't that? I promise. Oh, what's going on with the leaderboard? Well, they're cracking the almost 1,000 battle mark. Good for them. I mean, yikes. I don't know. Good for them. Let's see. Almost 1,000 battles. Let's see. Crypto. He's half the battles, but he's closest competition. And then Vampire. Vampires was number two for a while. Okay. Oh, here's my friend. Here's my favorite guy I like to pick on. He's still rocking his 52% win rate, and he's in the top 10. Good for him. Hey. I'm gonna, put. I got my 67 battles in. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Psh, I'm not gonna sit there and spend my life in live arena. Considering that the first two people I've played against more or less stalled. So no. I, put some anti-stall mechanics in, and maybe I would be willing to do live arena more. But they're not going to. Everyone knows that. So this is why half the player base is like, dude, I don't want to do live arena. I keep asking my guy, my supreme agent, hey man, when you guys gonna speed up the battles? When you gonna make it interesting? Oh no, we're working on it. I don't know. Like I said, I still don't really know what this patch, as far as the arena points, did. It was supposedly posted like something about the points gained and the points lost, and that's essentially it. And I'm like, oh, hmm. I don't know. I haven't really I haven't seen enough people actually like. Wow, this guy's got like the best champion in the game, and at his level, it's darn impressive. Be very happy about that. I know I would. That champion is so busted. So like, here's a guy. It looks like he could have a good team if you didn't put him on the Mercurial set. Yeah, no, it could. He could, but is there a reason Marius hasn't gone yet? Like, what the hell? Yeah, I can understand the competitive side of it. If you don't have the certain champions, let's be real. If you don't have the certain champions, live arena is not fun, and that's what it boils down to. Is if you don't have certain champs, let's be honest. Right now, like the most popular thing is skill lockout, skill cooldown. If you're not bringing that, or if you don't have champs that can do that, good luck. Because there's only one champion that can kind of counter that, and it's not even she herself can't be put on skill cooldown, and then there's a 50% chance, defy the effect on your team, but it's not too reliable. Hey, welcome, Winter. But yeah, so I mean, okay, now there is another champion that can quote unquote not have their skills on cooldown. Hmm. Oh, it's a Bannerlord. Yeah, and obviously, it's a good. She's solid too. Two champions. So, like I said, there's two champions that can counter the skill lockout to a degree. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, right now it's very, very popular. Lock out your opponent, and yeah, and in fairness, if you can lock out your opponent, that in itself is half the battle. It almost doesn't even matter what other champions you bring. You kidding me? You lock them out. I mean, I'm not going to say that your champions couldn't be naked, but that right there, most of the time, if you lock your opponent's skills out, you know, that's half the battle. Wow, he's bringing the double lockout. Okay. Not one, but two. me think. Well, memory serves me. Who'd I rather go against? Wow. Well, okay. Oop. Yeah, it's got a pretty good, the double lockout. I mean, maybe I would have better off bringing in the lockout champ that I just made mention of. Oh my gosh. I could have hedged them. Shucks. Well, you're going to get if you do it, there it is. Mm-mm-mm. I think you do it. I think you risk it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hmm. Well, so you're telling me there's a chance? Not by much. Hmm. Ah, there is a chance. I was about ready to throw in the towel. Come on, rest the team. Hey, come on, Staller. Knock it off. All right, get out. Don't be stalling on me, fool. Can't be having those things. Hey, got ourselves another 10 streak. Let's go. Ugh, the struggles of Live Arena and the bore that comes with it. Okay. What are we doing? Okay. Okay, I can do as soon as that thing's done. Yeah, I about threw in the towel. I about did. But then there was a chance. Got lucky. Got lucky. We'll take the luck when it comes our way. Okay. Welcome those that are getting here. Come work with me. Let's go. Wow, Minnesota's got a what is that? 6 point lead. Well, at least it's closer than the other games. Let's see. Second quarter. A little over 6 minutes left. Odin's going to be annoying. I'm sure he's in a 9-piece Mercurial, then I would just sit there and hide behind it. I don't know. Like I said, it to me, it's just the stall set. Boring people. In all fairness, the right person to ban would be Odin, but don't matter. So wait a second. You didn't ban? Wow. He would have been better off banning Marius, or would have been better off banning my lockout. But it's okay. We'll take the player base that doesn't know what this champion does. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. What? Odin doesn't even have? Oh gosh. You have no. You don't have anything on your Odin? Hmm. I have no idea what's up with that. That would be not the move I would recommend. But he was fast enough to, go in between. Clunk. All right, let's go. You res, you clunk. Let's go. Mm, go to sleep. I know darn well this pass is going to trigger. Come on. Okay. Let's just nuke him into the ground. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of a weird move. I'm not really sure why you would not have half your champions in some sort of protection, whether it's the Mercurial set or Stone Skin. Like, I mean, you might be able to get it with not having any of those things if your champions are screaming fast. And he wasn't screaming fast, so I'm not really sure what. I don't know. Kind of a. I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend that strategy. It's not the strategy I would recommend. Okay, good. Alright, I have to use the restroom real quick. I shall be right back. And then we'll continue the grind. Hey, I'm quite thrilled. We got our first 5 battles done already in Live Arena, which is always the biggest, in my opinion, time sink. Still rocking my 90% win rate. Keep that on the low down until people find me. Can't be having that. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. What is this error message? Oh, okay, it's not an error message. About to say, I'm like, what? What happened? Yeah, that's it. It's not what I did, anyways. Oh my. Hmm. I'll keep that. Maybe I could do something with it. Stun sets are always handy. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. What do we got cooking? Oh yeah. Let's see. Would you stop doing it, game? Damn right. I'll take my easy battles. We'll take it. Could not steal it. Mm, who's it? Oh, okay. Garl is deep, so I'm like, you got a team of supports? Clunk, clunk. How dare you? Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Wait, how did he get stunned? I have no idea how he got stunned because I don't have a stun anything on my squad, so I don't really know what's the story there. Not sure. Don't have an answer. How could you? Very rude. So now I have to kill him again because Mariska rezzed. Did you knock it off? Oh, I stole his Stormcaller. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Even though I didn't see the Stormcaller buff on my champions. Okay. Don't know how that one works, but the buff didn't even show up. Yeah, just stuck around and wouldn't die. Annoying. Annoying twerp. I was wondering why. I was like, why is that? That's not my normal team. No. Lame. I thought for sure. Well, at that cost, hey, I know this much. He should A1. Should have A1. Yeah, at the cost of he doesn't have the accuracy. So he was able to go first, but he's got zero accuracy. We'll take that. Yeah, I faced a couple people that like, yeah, they'll make those champions screaming fast, but literally no accuracy to land anything. If you don't have the accuracy, don't that's half the problem. And it's not like I build my champions for accuracy. I mean, for resistance. If they have some, they have some. But I don't go away to try to purposely. Okay, let's keep the ball rolling. We got 5 more battles to do, and then I'm done my live arena for the day. Except, I don't know. Would I possibly do more than the 10? Yeah, some days I do. Not often. I'm good with doing my 10. Until they fix the live arena where there isn't stallers, don't look for me to do more than I have to. Hmm. Let's see. Who do I gotta bring in? Marius. Okay. There we go. Oh, the double. Wow. Hmm. I still think he's worth bringing in. No, get out of there. I don't know. Do I might bring in the anti skill cooldown. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Do you bring her in? Nyeh. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Wow, really? Okay, so I mean, I guess the logic is if I still lock him out, he can change forms. Okay. Uh oh. But you're not going to get a turn. No. Well, the logic was sound. The execution was flawed. Let's go with that. It was a thought out plan. It just we just lucked into having someone really really slow. But it was a sound practice. The double lock, the double skill cooldown. It just in a case like that, he gimped himself. He wasn't screaming fast, so he left himself vulnerable. He's got two champions that can't do anything for his roster. In all fairness, what I should have just banned his Marius, and then he wouldn't have had it. He would have had he would have had Garl, but mm, boom, 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 boom. My problem is Odin's going to be annoying to deal with. Um, I know he's thinking. He's thinking. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess it depends how his champions are built. Gonna assume Sifi's probably gonna be vulnerable. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Can I take that? Sure can. We'll take that all day. Now you can't hide behind your Odin. Lunk. I don't know. I don't think his chances are good. Whoa! Almost died. He might be to take out my other team, but mind you, Predator still hasn't even gotten a turn. So, all right. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, he was in a bad position, but that's how you win live arena. Oh yeah, keep my 90%. All right, not too far away from getting that fragment. Let's see. May as well. I think I got it. Yeah, right there. Hey, wait a second. I got any junk? Sure do. One of the most useless champions in the game. I don't believe I'll have any intentions of using this champion anytime soon until they drastically buff her. It's a really dumb set. A really skilled set. It's not going to do anything against Makuro. It sounds good on paper, but just bleh. And even the reviews, yeah. Look at this. The reviews. I mean, I can't say you can always trust the reviews, but it's not looking good. But that's what they do. They like to introduce champions that are useless. And then they'll wait 8 months from now, they'll buff the champion, and then the community's going to be like, oh my gosh, I need her. I think she could be decent if there were some improvements made. But there's been plenty of games that have been released that weren't too good in the beginning. I'm not like one side I see like I don't know. I'm just gonna do it what I usually my gut instinct. Marishka would have been a good counter. Just stick Marishka in there, then his burn gets put on block, and that's that. But it's okay. Yeah. What's this? Yeah. The only issue, yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, this whole team's in it, so, but that's all right. We're gonna soften them up. Oh, that's not good. Now we're just gonna have to like snooze through. Uh-oh, this is gonna win. Gonna break my streak. Wait, 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 whoa, 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 again? Oh my gosh, he must have like the dread bomb. Well, at some point in time, I'll get a turn. He's got my team CC'd. Yo, really? How did I don't know. I'm not really sure how this is working. Uh, one, I'm not like I don't know any of the people, so I doubt I'd be in it. Like, knowing I haven't been asked, and I don't even know if I would. There's that too. I don't know. I'm not connected. I just do the bare minimum. Yeah, he has a dread bomb and everything. This guy. Wow. Like, dude, can you go? How many extra turns is he gonna get again? I'm just absolutely glad he doesn't have any gear. But he's got dread bomb and he's got everything else. Mm, 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 mm. Oof. What about? Sorry, half the message is kind of blocked. So what about Simbo? Uh, I just this guy's annoying me. I just need him to get out of that thing so I can whoop him. There, finally, get out of here, dude. Good cheese method. if you had some gear, you could actually do something. Whew. I was sweating. I played against Symbol one time in a live arena. Uh, I did beat him, FYI. But his entire roster's plus fours, so he's tough to beat. Um, the only real question I would have to say is Simbo actually playing his account, or is he going to have one of the many people play his account? Because trust me, he doesn't play his account too often. He has a group of people that do. So that's the only thing I would say. If you're gonna have him in there, make sure he's actually playing his account. And that it is one of those things. I get it. It's a thing, but you can't play your own account, then get out. So, woof, that was a close one. But he had a dread bomb and everything. Let's see. Am I going to be able to find Simo? Yeah, he's up there. Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Oliver. I know. I think this is about. I think we're almost on battle number 10. Then I'm done. Then I'm done for the night. As far as live arena, if I do more, I do more. But mm, I'm good with my 10. Huh? Don't tell me we got a staller. 352. Oh, I see. I don't like. I don't know. I just do like the bare minimum. Like last season, I did go beyond the 1320 mark. I think I finished like 300th. I think I had like, you know, 2100 points, something like that. I think my opponent is AFK. So again, if you're not gonna pick a champ, then why does the game pick a champ for you? Mm, that's the only thing I'm gonna say. Don't pick someone's champ. If they're not gonna be in front of the game, they should not get a champ. It's just bottom line, man. If you're not in front of the darn keyboard picking your champ. Now he picked his champion faster that time, so he AFKs sometimes, sometimes and sometimes don't. Well, I don't really know what this squad is about. I don't really know what Edward does. Smart, ban my lockout. Smart man knows what he's doing there. Okay. I just got to wait for his predator to do a turn. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, where are we at? Oh yeah, rocking my 74 battles. Let's go. Uh-oh, we're up to 91%. We better hide. I gotta protect my win rate. No, it's it's greatly exaggerated that you know I'm not gonna be at 90%. Marius build, yeah, yeah. My Marius build is pretty beastly. If I ever get a Storm Call, the build would take some changes. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll show you the Marius build. Yeah, so my Marius is in Stone Skin and Lethal, and a single point of Pinpoint. Do I want that? No, that's a garbage set. I think the pre that set had some use back in the day, but they changed it. Now it's actually horrendous. Yeah, the Marius is pretty beastly. He is rocking a level 18 um, artifact. So yeah, so if you got the cat's gaze, I feel like you know people they change phases or they try to put his skills on cooldown. 100% the 50% more damage on the counterattack is an absolute. That thing's going to be a beast. That's going to do a ton more damage, 50% more. And then of course like his A2, the multi-hitter, you want that thing hitting like a truck. So, 5% more damage on each hit. And then depending, usually I run them with some sort of, booster. So, so increase effects are a little bit stronger. Wow, it's only 10%. It's just, it does help, let's be honest. So, like, in the, for the most part, these are the base stats. The base stats, 500 accuracy. So, I'm not saying I don't have to use the A3, but, I generally can get away with it. So that means I can use the A2 and I'm still going to be under the stone skin at the end of that turn in case someone counterattacks or something. So that can make a big difference. So if you have your accuracy, you don't have to necessarily use the A3 because the A3, if you don't have protection, can make you vulnerable to wand or sheet. So I like having my accuracy pretty high if I don't want to use the A3. There are situations I do. So it depends. And of course, base speed, very important. It's fairly fast. There is faster out there, 331, and of course, a little over 7K defense. So, on one hand, the HP, well, might be a little high because this this only works. You need to have he needs to have less HP. So, uh it's kind of conflicting. There's a lot of, but I don't even know how many pieces actually have HP as a substat. Okay, so there's an 8 there, and I'm not getting rid of that piece anytime soon. That piece is is pretty darn good. And then there is a little more room to grow as far as speed on this Marius, but this Marius build in this current form is just about topped out as far as wiggle room. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet amulet right there. Crazy, really good accuracy. Yeah, the 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 banner the banner's okay. The banner's not crazy, but I mean, obviously pinpoint comes with 20 accuracy by itself, And, I mean, you figure this piece right here alone. Let's see. Well, do the math. Let's call it 30. That's going to be what, 120, 126 plus the banner itself. That's, plus the, yeah, so that's like 150 accuracy by itself. So that's, if you got a banner that, pretty wild to be in a situation where you're like, hey, you got a banner that's making up that much accuracy. Go away. Oh, what's this? But yeah, that I got that amulet, and apparently I was sitting on that amulet, and I recently was re-rolling gear, and I was like, hey, what's this? That ain't bad, you know. So I was pretty lucky. It was just sitting around in my vault, and I was re-rolling gear and trying to make room because that is always a dilemma. Room in your inventory. As they release more and more sets, your inventory gets so bogged up. But they did introduce that new auto equip thing, and apparently people are taking advantage of it, and it saves quite a bit of volume. I'm just a big lazy, I'm kind of lazy, and I should take advantage of it. They would do something with that, but yeah, I mean, can you imagine taking that thing off? See it, replace it with, oh, good God, that's not, no, 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 no. But like I said, imagine. But like I said, that thing's making up 148 accuracy by itself. It's going to be very difficult to ever build, replace. In one hand, like, look, if I was to get a Stormcaller, uh, we would, obviously it would, Marius, which is one of the best in a Stormcaller. So I would definitely, yeah, I would. But then the question is, do I dump my current set and go with the 9-piece Mercurial, which is kind of bonkers with the Stormcaller. The Stormcaller does have, like, one shortcoming is that you're vulnerable to Wand and Sheep. But if you got Mercurial, you don't got that problem. So, all right, what are we doing? I know we got to do. We got to do tag. Yuck. Yuck. Okay. Hmm. I didn't even know. All right, having a moment. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Let's see. We'll try it as is. I don't know. Hmm. What are we doing with this team? I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. Wow, I'm faster. Let's go. Rude. Let's see. No. Go to sleep. Hmm. Can I take anything? Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, Mercurial. Do get out. Who's that over there? Wait, who's that champ? Oh, okay. Hmm. Almost. Of course. There we go. Huh. No counter? Strange. Oh, got his predator. Hmm. All right, just go away. Okay, where is my one team? My Turtle Buster. Let's see. That's a tough matchup. I'd rather try to win this one. Where is Mr. Hedgie? That's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup. We'll see. I guessed right. Yeah, get out. Well, at least I got rid of one. Would you attack there? Ooh. Yep. Interesting. That's all right. There we go. Heal up. Put him down in the ground. I said this is my turtle buster. Weak ass turtles. Okay. What do I want to do here? Hmm. Yeah, maybe. Mm, let's see. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Hey, where was? Whoa, 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 whoa! Should have gotten an extra turn. Apparently not. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know. No extra turn on that one. I can heal too. Let's see. Yeah, it's a rough matchup. I have an idea. Works for me. Sure. Stop buffing him. Woo! That's how you do it. Mm, I'd rather have this team deal with them. Okay. Nope. That's all right. Hmm. Deleted Marius. Yeah, you can knock that off. Mm. Okay. Well, I think I am going to take a break. Thanks for all that tuned in.